Hello, my name is Leyla Swan and I'm an accredited psychotherapist, EMDR therapist and mindfulness-based cognitive therapy practitioner and teacher. I have extensive experience in working with anxiety disorders, depression, developmental trauma, PTSD, low self-esteem and bereavement. I have my own practice which is based in Southwater, West Sussex, and I've also worked for the NHS for 10 years as a psychological therapist in primary care. Now, given the current situation that we've all been living with since the first lockdown that started in March of this year, it is true to say that we've all been tested in one way or another. There have also been recent events within our local community which have caused additional anxiety. Experiencing occasional stress and anxiety is a normal part of life. However, living as if we're under continual threat and repeated activation of our stress response can take its toll on our minds and bodies, and sometimes with catastrophic consequences. There are many causes that can attribute to difficulties with our mental health. We may be carrying unresolved traumas from the past, have financial worries, relationship difficulties, or simply the pressures of a daily life and a lack of work-life balance. If you feel that your own mental health is having a significant impact on your functioning day to day, I would firstly advise that you speak with your GP or mental health practitioner for advice or signposting to the most appropriate service that would suit your needs. You may be familiar with the term self-care, particularly as it's been bandied around a lot since the COVID outbreak. And self-care is not just about eating well, exercising, taking salt baths or eating cake. True self-care shouldn't actually be something that we resort to because we're so exhausted that we need some reprieve from our own relentless internal pressure. It is making a choice to build a life that you don't need to regularly escape from. And that often means doing the things that we least want to do. And one of the things that we can all do to help us manage difficult emotions or challenging situations is to use some grounding activities. Well, being grounded means being in your body. You feel your emotions and you're fully aware of your present moment experience. It also means that you're feeling responsible and in control of your safety and well-being. Grounding helps to strengthen our parasympathetic response. And this is our body's own natural ability to return to calm and normal functioning. The parasympathetic response counteracts the fight, flight or freeze response. And grounding activities helps us to activate that safe feeling in our body and brain by reminding ourselves that we are in the present moment and that we are safe. When we are grounded and calm, we can work through emotions and memories in a healthy way, and we're more likely to be able to rationalise and find solutions to our problems. Our bodies have a natural ability to resolve trauma and to work through emotions, but when we're feeling panicked or overwhelmed, we go into fight, flight or freeze responses and our brains shut down those natural abilities. And this is because our body thinks its survival is at stake. Many of the grounding techniques focus on our breath. And although this is something that happens automatically, we can maintain some control over it. This can help to create change in the limbic system, the part of the brain responsible for the fight, flight or freeze responses, and create a sense of calm. It also enables us to reconnect with the body and reassert a sense of control and reorientate us to the context we are actually in, and that's the present moment. So breath counting is our first activity. So what you do is find a place to sit comfortably and become aware of your breathing, paying close attention to your breath going in through the nose and out through the mouth. Try to make the breath slow, deep and long. And once you find your breath, you can go through the following steps to help ground yourself. Now breathe in and out like this and count 1. 1. Then breathe in and out again and then count 2. And you would continue with 3 and 4 until you get to 5 and reverse count backwards to 1. You may wish to do this for up to about 10 minutes or however long you need. And if you lose count or go to 6, 7 or 8, then your mind has wandered and you are therefore not remaining present. Another useful grounding technique is the butterfly hug. And this is another way to calm ourselves down if we're feeling anxious, sad, angry, ashamed or fearful. It is a really simple technique and can offer us a feeling of safety and security. So you would first place your hands like a butterfly and place them under your collarbone. And begin to tap left and right like this. You may wish to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. You'll just continue to keep tapping slowly and again slowing your breath down, making your breath slow, deep and long during this exercise. You would keep repeating this for about 2 to 5 minutes or longer until you feel your symptoms subside. And if this position is not comfortable, you may wish to tap your arms like this instead. And incidentally, this is a great technique to use with children too. So the last technique I'd like to talk about is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 exercise. And before starting this exercise, again, pay attention to your breathing, making sure that it's slow, long and deep. We then work backwards from 5 to 1, adding activities that use our 5 senses. So firstly, find 5 things you can see around you. It could be a pen, a spot on the ceiling, or anything else that's in your surroundings. We then find 4 things you can touch around you. And it could be your hair, a pillow, or just the ground under your feet. Then we listen to 3 things that you can hear outside of your body. And this could be any external sound, like the birds, a clock ticking, and if you can hear your belly rumbling, that also counts. So then we look out for 2 things that you can smell. Maybe you're in your kitchen and you can smell the coffee that you've just made, or maybe you're in your bedroom and smell the pillow or a bottle of scent. If you need to, take a brief walk into another room, such as the bathroom, and smell perhaps a bar of soap, or venture outside and then smell the air. And lastly, acknowledging 1 thing that you can taste. Have you been chewing gum, drinking coffee, or is there any taste from the sandwich that you had at lunch? So those are just 3 of the many basic grounding exercises that you can try. And when you're initially learning these grounding exercises, it's best to try to practice them when you're in a safe and calm environment. It's not advisable to try and do them when you are stressed out or in a chaotic environment. And it's also important to try and practice them every day for a few weeks. And the more you practice them, the more instinctual they'll become. Anxiety and stress or any disturbance can often leave us feeling inadequate or make us believe that we're overreacting or that there is something wrong with us. Taking time to address our feelings is an accomplishment. Try and take time often to remind yourself of the many good things about yourself and your life. And remember, it is possible to prevent the anxiety spiral and ground yourself in the present moment so that you feel calm, connected, and enjoy the little things in life. I also have a website which is www.leylaswantherapy.co.uk with some useful resources and information about some upcoming wellbeing courses. You'll also find some more information about me and the other services I offer. Thank you so much for watching, and please take care and stay safe.